All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. This is a beatzillapdx official news break. Of course, I am your host, beatzillapdx officially. And this little conversation, real quick, is just about Kamala Harris. And this story might have went overlooked with all the other stuff that's been going on in the news. But I wanted to come real quickly with this story. I know it's been a minute since you guys have probably heard my voice, unless you've been hearing the replays. But I had some equipment issues, had some service issues, all of it following each other up consecutively. So I had even the events that I've had in the past couple of weeks, I have not been able to even shoot. So I'm really bummed about not being able to get all of, and it's the summertime too, but it is what it is. But nonetheless, we are back. We are back at it. Thanks for all of the tech support that did get my problems fixed. We had to change even companies of service, but it is all good. So shout out and salute to all of y'all who have been wanting and looking out for another video. And hopefully you have your notifications set. So if you do not already have your notifications set after you have already subscribed to this channel, then you should hit that notification bell, hit the word all, and that way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live, a video is uploaded or premieres. Also, if you have not already done so, please, family, if you would, do me a big favor and hit that thumbs up button if you could. We already know what it does for this algorithm and draws more attention to this channel. With that being said, Black First, everybody, greetings, happy July. So we're talking about Kamala Harris. This story that, like I said, kind of went overlooked. Talking about Kamala Harris will choose a white man VP. And I want to show you something because this is very, very funny. This story has ran on the Telegraph. It's about 4 days ago. Now, in that 4 days, 2 days prior, there was a Fox News story that came out talking about California delegate says black women will, quote, blow up the party if Dems pick a white man over Kamala Harris. This one is from 3 days ago. This says, we gonna blow up the party, delegate warns black women will destroy Dems if they choose white man over Kamala Harris. And even in India today, they have reported that black women will blow up Democratic Party if Harris is sidelined for a white man. Well, interesting part about this conversation is all of the sister girls are going to bat for Kamala Harris. Ski wee. But Kamala Harris, being Kamala Harris, let's just give you a little refresher.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
So as you see this headline that we already put it in the community tab, this reads, Kamala Harris team considers white man VP for presidential run. So while all the folks that are screaming on black men fall in line and do this and y'all are crazy and y'all are stupid and you don't understand politics and you need to be going to do this and we going to do that. Now they're over here, man, if they replace Kamala Harris with a white man, then we going to go ballistic. And the very first thing that Kamala Harris herself is looking to do is to place a white man right next to her, which should only be obvious by her choice in husband. Anyway, this goes on to read. This is out of the Telegraph, written by David Millward. This reads, allies of Kamala Harris are discussing selection of a white man as her vice president. as support for her taking over the party's presidential candidate grows. Names like Governor Andy Beshear of Kentucky and North Carolina's Roy Cooper have been suggested as the fallout from Joe Biden's disastrous debate performance shows no signs of abating. Now, let me just say something right there. You went to a Kentucky white man and a North Carolina white man. Why do you think they did that? Why did they go to the South to go get them? It's almost from the same playbook as Joe Biden being vice president to Barack Obama, to be quite honest, just kind of in same theory, just different locations. Now, with that being said, this goes on to read. On Thursday, Mr. Biden provoked fresh concern by saying that he was the first black woman to serve with a black president in a radio interview. He also made a confusing reference to there no longer being traffic on highways at an event celebrating the 4th of July national holiday. A document reportedly written by an unnamed unnamed, quote, senior operatives within the Democratic political institutions has been circulating in Washington, according to CNN, titled Unburdened by What Has Been the Case for Kamala. It lays out the case for Vice President Harris stepping into the breach. There's one path out of this mess, and it's Kamala. Kamala Harris has the strongest claim to Democratic legitimacy. She is the only candidate who can take the reins right now instead of in late August with less than 3 months left to go. The influential Black Democrat Congressman Jim Clyburn has said he would back Harris if Mr. Biden were to stand down. Harris donors are backers of her nomination were reported to already be discussing potential vice president picks. The conversation were based on the usual notion that the country's prospective first black woman president would likely lean toward a white guy governor, New York Magazine reported. First off, let's address, she would be the first Indian American. She is not black. She is Indian and Jamaican, and her daddy is a Jamaican coolie, which is a Caribbean Indian. So meaning she is Indian, and her mother identifies in America as Caucasian. So there is nothing but Indian/Caucasian there. There is no black, no connection to black whatsoever, just making that clear. Besides, Mr. Cooper and Mr. Beshear, Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania, was also suggested. Mr. Beshear, 46, came to national recognition when he led Kentucky's response to catastrophic flooding in 2021. Now, we're talking Kentucky. What's in Kentucky? Oh, Louisville. What happened in Louisville? Oh, that's right, Breonna Taylor. He ain't did nothing about Breonna Taylor, but we're going to go ahead and start talking about he should be right there with Kamala Harris, who y'all keep trying to call and identify as black. And then try to come to black folks as if they don't do right by Kamala Harris, then we going to do something different. And they better, or we going to, and y'all ain't going to leave nothing. Y'all going to vote blue no matter who. Whether Kamala get a white man, and y'all will make excuses on that day to say, well, I mean, this ain't what we wanted, but it ain't that other man, so we just got to do what we need to do. I don't think so. Anyway, like Mr. Beshear and Mr. Cooper, who has won power in a traditionally red state, and is seen as a moderate without the kind of political baggage that could make him vulnerable. Wow. Mr. Shapiro, 51, leads one of the pivotal states in November's election, leads. He forged his reputation as Pennsylvania's Attorney General when he orchestrated a $1 billion settlement with drug companies to pay for the opioid epidemic. A strong supporter of Israel, he potentially showed up at Goldie's, a kosher restaurant, which was facing calls for a boycott from pro Palestinian protesters. Okay, so this is an APAC funded guy, meaning APAC is funding this guy. Funded would be funding this campaign. So this is an APAC suggestion. So you know how they say like Project 25 is Trump's deal. Well, this right here, you could say is Kamala's deal or Joe Biden's. At any event, it is APAC behind it. So when your lobbyists and your funders are doing this, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So what you're saying is you want to run a pro-Israel ticket to make sure Americans keep getting shafted by shoveling money endlessly over to a conflict that we can't even see. Okay, gotcha. Ms. Harris' term as vice president has not been seen as a resounding success, with her poll rating often even worse than those of Mr. Biden. High tax, crime ridden states. But a recent, and that's the title of this next section, but a recent poll showed that she would fare better than political potential rivals against Donald Trump, although she too lags behind the former president. California's Governor Gavin Newsom, touted as one potential replacement, has been running what many describe as a shadow campaign while publicly proclaiming his loyalty to Mr. Biden. But California's reputation as a high-tax, crime-ridden state would make him vulnerable to Republican attacks. Ms. Harris has one key advantage over potential rivals in that she would have access to the $240 million war chest the Biden campaign has amassed. Rivals uh, Rivals would have to start fundraising from scratch amid wrangling over what to do with funds. Let me tell you something right there, though, about her and Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom can beat Kamala Harris any day of the week with no money. He doesn't need money. He has reparations under his belt, while all you have under Kamala's belt is this.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
But then again, you already know if Gavin Newsom's there, black folks, you know what black folks finna do. Because we're not finna be silent all of a sudden about this reparations when it come down to you getting in a federal position when you made your name making it on a state level. Oh, no. So with Gavin Newsom, see, Gavin Newsom now, you understand, if he's in that position, he's going to have to offer black folks tangibles, and they don't want that. They don't want that one bit. So this goes on to read, it's believed she would poll well among women voters, with abortion emerging as a key election issue in November. Be clear, abortion is not a key election issue. They're trying to make it one, but it's not. And that's also what this fuss over Project 2025 is really about. So when y'all get, you keep hearing that over and over and over again, and I will be doing a video touching on that as well. But I just want to, we're going to get to that. First things first, we got a lot of things to cover because I've been gone for about a week. So, got to get back to it. Let's see. It says Vice President Harris would also reverse the narrative on age, given that she is 19 years younger than Trump. She is outpolling Trump among independents and moderates, according to CNN. Quote, traditionally, running mates are picked with an eye toward offsetting a nominee's weak spots and unifying the party after a nomination battle. And that's what Christopher Giraldi quoted. Now, polls show Michelle Obama could beat Trump in the election. Now, that's what's very interesting. But there's a graph, and if you go to the Telegraph article, it'll show you this graph from Reuters. Uh, Gavin Newsom and Joe Biden are basically neck and neck now with a slight advantage to Kamala Harris. But the real truth of the matter is Michelle Obama is over all of them. Now, here's the next quote. Should Kamala Harris become the Democratic nominee, she'd do after 4 years as VP and 4 in the Senate with an eye toward likely attacks from Trump and being a secret radical. I cannot call Kamala Harris a secret radical whatsoever. She would also want to boost her chances in the crucial states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. I would expect her to pick a white moderate who would be reassuring to those voters, much as Barack Obama did picking Biden all those years ago. I already mentioned that, didn't I? The Trump team is sharpening attacks on Miss Harris, with the former president calling her laughing Kamala Harris, which that is funny, and cackling co-pilot Kamala Harris, which that she absolutely has been. And so that pretty much, that's the end of that article for the Telegraph. Now, like I said, in the meantime, I read you those other headlines from these Democrat, especially these black Democratic talking head shills. What they're doing is they're coming out here saying, hey, you guys better not look past Kamala Harris when Kamala Harris has already set her sights past black folks. Now, what I want y'all to understand with that being said, Kamala Harris is going to get this pass from the very same people that was like, they better not overlook her, but she's perfectly going to be well within her right overlooking Hakeem Jeffries. Mark my words. They'll find every reason. They might actually have him come out. If this was the case and scenario, they would wheel Hakeem Jeffries out talking about how he doesn't want to be vice president. Trust me. Trust me. And then it'll give every excuse so all the talking heads can start going over there like, which white man should she pick? And they're already telling you she's going to pick a white man. Why do you think they're doing that? Because this is about her political clout, not about black folks ever. And it's never been. So for those of you who believe, well, this is a chess move.
No, baby.
And, there's a lot of y'all that just simply the question needs to be asked.
Where's your family from?
Because you're going to have a lot of people out here talking crazy and not really having their stuff together while telling us how lost we are. Y'all need to be over here doing this and helping Kamala and stop talking against Kamala. What's wrong with you? Man, listen here. This is what she said.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
And this is what we know.
How can black people rise up and overcome?
Get out and vote?
That is incorrect. I'm sorry.
Never forget.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
So if you can't understand what our agenda is, if they're not talking reparations, they at least should be talking along the lines of this.
To put it in the frame of reference, everyone, when they talk about racism and white supremacy, should always start by saying that the focus, the objective should be replace white supremacy with justice. Those are the 5 basic words.
And with that being said, family, Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? Peace, power, blessings, and protection for everybody who tuned in today. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It has been a minute since I've been able to check in with the family. So thank y'all. Shout out to the replay gang. Appreciate all of you as well. And we're coming into crunch time, and a lot of y'all have probably already seen or witnessed or interacted with some of these shields, because I'm telling you, they are employing shields from top to bottom. So they will even try to combat your thought, because it is a war of thought. Remember, war happens on many different fronts: image, thought, idea. See, these are the other aspects, spiritual. All these other aspects, they don't want you to focus on, because they want you to talk crazy, come run out here like other folks have, and what we need to do, and we need to get some guns, and blah, 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 blah. No. You need to use your mind, and you need to act accordingly and act in wisdom, because wisdom is what will prevail in the land and realm of fools. You understand what I'm saying? So never let these folks get you caught up. Never, 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 never. And for anybody that still believes it is blue no matter who, I speak for myself, beatzillapdx official, beatzillapdx official show. Those of you in the chat, the grassroots, Voices of New Black Media, I say it is safe to say that I speak for all parties involved when we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So this has just been a beatzillapdx official news break. And, we are back. So make sure you have your notifications turned on, because we're going to be back at it. So videos will be coming your way. And, just stay tuned, family. Stay tuned. So I hope everybody had a good day holiday, that 4th of July weekend. Y'all enjoyed your day off. Hopefully y'all enjoyed your people. Something me and my family did, which was cool. My cousin thought it wise to have a birthday party, a surprise birthday party, which my aunt's birthday was back in March. But she was coming out here, coming to town for a visit. So my cousin just said, hey, everybody's going to be off. Let's take the 4th and have a surprise birthday party for our aunt. So we don't celebrate 4th of July as a family. And that's kind of across the board in my family. That's the stock I come from. But with that being said, we're going to take that day and we're going to celebrate us, celebrate our family, celebrate the loved ones. Don't know what everybody else doing. And they did what they did, had their fireworks and all of that. But we had our fellowship and family time, and it was really dope. And shout out to my young cousins who actually did all the food. And if y'all just don't understand, these young men tore that kitchen up, and what we were eating tasted like grown grandmas and aunties was in the kitchen, and them young men did that thing there, let me tell you. So shout out to my cousin and to her boys for doing a smash up job, celebrating my aunt's birthday. She actually was able to make her rounds and see a lot of family. My other cousin hit me today that wasn't able to make it Saturday. So we just been having a family time out here. And I hope y'all, it's the family reunion season. So enjoy your folks, man, because we all we got. And enjoy the time that you have to spend with your foundational Black American freedmen family that are your blood, because we are all family, but it's also a very special kindred time to be around folks who got the same DNA pumping in their system, man. So it was very, very much cool. So salute to my family. And salute to all of y'all families, man. Black families are the truth. And without that, we have no community. So, man, stay black, stay vigilant, and stay alive. Before I say that, though, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so. But as we say, till the next time, black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all.